1/3 of the people suffering from hunger in the world are in Africa. Regional conflicts, the Russian-Ukraine crisis, economic struggles, and climate change have been blamed for the rise in food insecurity in Africa. By 2030, hunger will reach 310 million people on the continent, up from 249 million this year. That's according to projections by the United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization.
There is little adoption of technology in agricultural production. Africa lacks innovation in food production. Manpower tends to desert the rural, seeking job opportunities in cities. That's why food security is a major challenge. Africa currently generates $280 billion from agriculture and fisheries. However, if its resources are utilized properly, the continent could earn up to $1 trillion by 2030.
With 60% of the world's uncultivated fertile land in Africa, the continent has the potential to turn from hunger into supplying food to the world. Last year, the African Development Bank dedicated $1.1 billion to target 20 million small-scale farmers across the continent. On average, they're responsible for producing about 50% of Africa's food, and that can go up to 80% in some countries. International organizations are intensifying efforts to fund dozens of programs that aim to develop all aspects of food production on the continent.
One of the most important things and projects is how to combat drought and how to combat desertification so as to use and stop degraded lands in Africa. The African countries have to have projects that use the water in a scientific or a benefit way. Africa have a lot of labor, but they are not skillful. They have to have training, how best practicing, agriculture best practicing.
The UN's Food and Agriculture Organization says that this June, malnutrition and food insecurity will reach a 10-year high in Central and West Africa and will continue to grow. So efforts to develop food resources are on a tight schedule. Africa spends around $75 billion every year on food imports. It still needs an additional $25 billion to achieve food security for its population of 1.4 billion people.
Experts say that the continent needs empowerment to continuously and steadily access seeds that are resistant to extreme climate conditions like heat and drought. Africa also relies heavily on importing fertilizers, which further challenges agriculture expansions and economic capabilities. Adel Mahroui, CGTN, Cairo.